Oh my gosh. From monetizing trauma to Massgate to yet another victim trope, breaking their agreement with the Queen and thereby giving the middle finger to King Charles and the 2-hour grift. Welcome to Paula Froelich Uncensored, where I am breaking down the 5 biggest blunders that Harry and Meghan did down under. And of course, I can't do it alone because I've got my very good friend and amazing royal commentator, Kinsey Schofield, with me. Kinsey, thank you so much for joining me. I don't think I could have done this alone without my head exploding. I really
I was
think
like, I looked so cute and small there for a second. I'm like, hey, hi guys.
oh, listen, I'm still working on StreamYard.
No, I love it. You're a rock star. Yeah, I mean, I understand the criticism. I understand why people say to us, like, let's do a media blackout. But at the same time, someone has to hold these people accountable because there's a lot of Australian media that didn't, that were just like, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are here. And there has to be somebody that goes, they quit their jobs and we're not going to pander to whatever this is.
100%. So I want to get right into it. Our first topic is, whoops, not that. Our first topic is Meghan's trauma closet for sale.
Oh
now,
my God.
Kins, I just want to say, I'm furious about this because when Bondi Beach happened, all right, she sold her closet throughout, right? She sold it at the hospital. She sold it at the speeches. She sold it at
homeless shelters where like women are literally begging for a new pair of panties, like, and then Meghan Markle's dripping in this stuff. Are you kidding me?
With a $50,000 outfit on, and which, by the way, she got for free. I have actually confirmed that, where the Australian designer sent her stuff. And
with love letters, with love letters too. Don't forget the love letters.
With love letters. But what killed me was Bondi Beach, because when that happened, when 2 men, father and son, affiliated with ISIS, stormed the Hanukkah celebration in December, murdering 15 Jews, immediately King Charles came out and said, one moment, King Charles immediately said he and Queen Camilla were appalled and saddened by what he called the most dreadful anti-Semitic terrorist attack. William and Catherine also immediately came out and said their thoughts are with every Australian today following the terrible attack at Bondi Beach. And
they did the same for October 7th too, by the way.
100%.
Harry and Meghan.
Harry and Meghan, nothing. And then they went on to Jordan, where they hung out with charities that had expressed their love and sympathy for Hamas, hung out with UNRWA, which had members that were joyfully participating in October 7th. And then they decided to show up at Bondi Beach. And Meghan was wearing a blue and white striped shirt, which is particularly offensive to Jews, as that is the blue and white striped outfit that prisoners at Auschwitz were wearing. And of course, immediately she stepped on the beach and up for sale. You could buy that outfit. Kinsey, what were you thinking?
I mean, well, what we know is that this was incredibly intentional, because I did have somebody challenge me on this and say, well, what if she just was still wearing the outfit? You know, she wore that outfit all day. She wore that outfit all day. And I said, then launch it the day you get home from Australia. Launch the app the day you get home from Australia. But this was a strategy. There was a discussion. There was, there was someone in a room, you can't tell me otherwise, that said, should we consider the consequences of this? And others said, F it. No, we're just gonna. Meghan's been wanting her whole life to be an influencer. Meghan's been waiting her whole life to be an influencer. I think that this is peak Meghan, that she, you wrote it on your Instagram too, that as she walked around the last time, she said, I can't believe I'm not getting paid for this. And that she has simply found the solution to that. Now she is getting paid for each and every interaction. But correct me if I'm wrong. I also believe it was during that trip, or that, tour,
Mhm.
where she mocked the people waiting in line for her and said she didn't understand why all of these people would sit there, and they thought it was silly, and they kind of made fun of the people that were waiting hours to meet them. And here she is, desperate for those same audiences, desperate for those same crowds of people. And they knew they would not achieve that. That's why they went ahead and said prematurely that, oh, no walkabouts, no walkabouts, because they wanted to prepare us for not receiving those visuals. Then they did a couple of walkabouts. So they, again, with the dishonesty.
Well,
But
wait, I'm gonna stop you right there
uh,
because as you were talking, I realized I actually have a photo of to prove to people. So you are correct. They said we are not going to do walkabouts, blah, blah, blah. And then because of this, however, they did do one small walkabout. And here we go. This is what happened on that.
emphasis on small.
Focus on small. So here we go. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Meghan and Harry. So after Bondi Beach, but we are going to get back to Bondi because I still have some more bitching to do.
yeah. I love that about you.
This is when they went to Sydney Harbor right before they took a boat trip with,
That looked wildly like William and Catherine's most recent engagement.
William and Catherine, King Charles, Queen Camilla, Meghan and Harry. Hello, nada.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we get it, guys, but still, we know that you got to keep the lights on. Okay, cool, got it.
But
However,
don't do it off the back of sick kids. You
don't.
know,
I'm sorry, sick kids and people
the
whose
Jewish community
family died.
well,
A
also
Jewish
did it
community that you have never once
acknowledged.
stood up for or acknowledged. Exactly.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about this, but one of my friends said to me that he was really upset over the fact that they went straight from the plane to the hospital, because they did fly commercial, and those were children that were in a
Mhm.
vulnerable state when it came to just illness.
Well,
They were in a vulnerable, and I was like, oh God, I hadn't even thought about that.
oh,
Yeah.
honey, I talked about that with Tom, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. I
Ugh.
just have one more thing to say. Like, who the hell in their brain thinks, I know what I'm gonna do? People, when they go and visit, sick kids with cancer or anorexic teens who need some pepping up, or perhaps some homeless women, and they don't know what to wear. I know, I'm gonna show them what to wear.
A
Here's a
$6,000 sweater.
$1,500 dress and a $50,000 watch because now she can monetize Princess Diana's jewelry.
Yeah, which
If
William has always been concerned about. William was always really concerned about how she would utilize that jewelry, and here we are. Like,
oh,
just her, I mean, because truly, if you think about it, I mean, I would have a hard time, and I worked in marketing and PR for, at least over a
mm,
decade, and I would have a hard time with how I would package this event or this trip, other than ego trip. I don't know how I could package this. It wasn't a philanthropic adventure. You know, but when I look at this, the sick kids, they and I love, this is not an insult to the sick children. What it is so blatantly a way for them to be associated with the British royal family, because the Queen had previously been there. They knew the local news outlets and agencies would show the shot of the Queen releasing the plaque, and then it would cut to Harry and Meghan walking down the same corridor. Like, we know, like, they just wanted to be associated with the British royal family, but it didn't fit. It doesn't fit with their general pursuits.
no.
And that's one of the things that, and of course they're trying to look like Princess Diana, obviously. But that's the thing, they're just so messy. There's no rhyme. to the, rhyme or reason. There's no choreography, there's no rhythm. At least with William and Catherine, it's early years project, homelessness. They've got the environment. They have core issues which do make them experts in all of
Mhm.
these fields. And it just makes everything run so smoothly and run so organized. But with Harry and Meghan, it's like spaghetti on a wall. Just
Well,
look at us no matter what we do. We'll go anywhere. We'll do anything. Just please, for the love of God, look at us.
well, and also the direct contrast between Catherine, who about a month ago said, "I am no longer releasing what designer I'm wearing." It
Yeah,
takes away from
what I'm trying to do.
what I exactly. It takes away from my work. I'm no longer doing it. If you all really wanna go ahead and search it out yourselves, you can, but it will
Yeah.
no longer be part of the press release, and Meghan said, "Aha! I will not only make it a part of a press release, I will do one-off and sell it." But you know what the saddest thing is before we move on to our second biggest blunder is that one-off. I checked their Instagram. They have 29,000 followers on Instagram. Good job, guys. You really, really plugged that, you
Yeah.
know. And guys, I just want to say thank you so much. Now remember, hit that subscribe button because it still boggles the mind that y'all show up. And I love you. Thank you so much for showing up. I really, really appreciate you. And then you forget to subscribe. And please do this time. This way you will get an alert every single time I do one of these. And if you want the information delivered straight to your inbox, go to my Substack, Paula Froelich, Uncensored. Sign up. You'll get all sorts of exclusives. Boop, 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 right into your mailbox as it happens. And again, you guys, I want to say thank you. I really appreciate you. And drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you want me to cover next. Okay. And this week, I've got a huge exclusive with Isabel Vincent. Oh my God, you guys are going to die. It's not Royals. Sorry. It's RFK Jr. She did an amazing expose and we talk all about it. That is coming out, I believe. I'm going to drop it on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but you'll know if you subscribe. Bye.